Oh man, we are back. Okay, so here's the deal. This is going to be probably the last video before the World Championships. Obviously, the World Championships is going to be happening this week, I think from August 15th or 17th. So this is going to be the last video beforehand, and then we'll start posting videos again following, I think, next Tuesday. Reason being is because of two purposes. I think the first one is that like when the World Championships is happening, chances are you guys will probably prefer to watch the World Championships than watch my videos, and frankly, I don't blame you, because I want to watch the World Championships without watching my videos. And then the other thing is that during this week, I'm going to be helping some of my friends who are competing at the World Championships with prepping. So we've kind of come to a conclusion on the teams that they're going to be running. They've used some of my concepts and then didn't use some others based on like comfort level. I'm obviously not going to reveal their teams just for information purposes, but yeah, so like this week I'm going to be running a bunch of different sets with them just so they could get used to the meta and like common teams and stuff, and then they'll be off on their way to Anaheim, and then hopefully they go and win the World Championships. So yeah, with that being said, this opponent is running Terapagos and Kali Shadow. The thing is, usually, like, against these teams, Zamazenta is pretty good. My opponent could also lead, like, Chiyu, Kali Shadow. So I could... Let's do this. We could lead Zamazenta, Roaring Moon, just because Roaring Moon would be able to outspeed anything on my opponent's team, and then also be able to set up Tailwind and match. So there's that. I think... will Chen Pao be good? It's good against Rillaboom, it's good against Torn, good against Kali Shadow, and decent against Smeargle. Yeah, I'd say definitely bring Chen Pao, and then... I don't like Volcarona here, and I don't like Amoonguss, so I think we're going to go Lunala, although Lunala could get walled by the Terapagos, but if we could get around that, then Lunala is actually decent enough against the rest of the team if we have some sort of speed control. So yeah, I would say that this is like the best team I could probably run as of right now. I could have also led Chen Pao and Roaring Moon, but the fear was if my opponent leads Terapagos and then I don't have Zama on the field, then it could be a little bit difficult because then it's a little tough to switch in on Terra Starstorm. So that was kind of the reasoning for that. I was considering it though, but my opponent is going to just lead Chiyu and their own Tornadus. So we'll be able to scout, kind of see what they do here in this first turn. I think what we're going to do is we're going to just immediately protect Zama to scout. Roaring Moon isn't really threatened here. It's not threatened by fire or dark moves by the opposing Chiyu. We'll be able to see what Chiyu does, and I think we'll just match Tailwinds, just so they don't kind of start running away with things. And then, depending on what they do this turn, if they click a fire or a dark move, then it will determine whether I switch out Zama or not into probably something like Lunala. Because if they go for a fire move, then Lunala will make the most sense to bring in. If they go for, what's it called? Dark Pulse, then it'll make the most sense to bring in, or to leave in Zama. The other thing that we could also do, we could just immediately knock off the Chiyu and body press it, but there is also a fear. There is a fear that, like, what if they're Sash and then they... well, actually, I think we should be okay, right? Yeah, let's just body press and knock off. Screw it, we're going to play risky. Alright, so yeah, we're going to knock off. Looks like they're not Targos, so that's pretty good for me. We're going to get rid of the Choice Scarf, which is pretty nice. And then we're going to body press and just get rid of Chiyu. Okay, so that didn't go as bad as I thought it could have potentially gone. So yeah. My opponent's probably going to Bleak Win here. Hopefully there's no like speed drops or anything. Because that could end up being quite bad. And they get a speed drop. Oh boy. Well, you kind of hate to see it, I'll tell you that much. And they do have Terapagos. Oh, man. Okay, we're kind of forced to actually... We kind of are forced to switch out Zama or just protect it here. Actually, we have to switch it out because if we protect it, then we're just delaying the inevitable, so we might as well get it done now. We're going to switch into the Lunala just because if they do go for a single target Terra Starstorm, I highly doubt they will into Zama, but if they do, then we will be immune to that. And I think we just knock off whatever item that Terapagos has here, whether it's specs or leftovers, I don't really know. If it's Power Herb and I click Meteor Beam here, that would be even better for me. So yeah, I'm feeling like this is probably the best play. It looks like they're going to immediately just Terra type. That's fine. We will be able to see what item, though, that the Terapagos is. If it happens to be leftovers, then that means it's not going to do a whole lot of damage here. And then if it's choice specs, then that means that they can't set up, and then we're looking pretty good. So yeah, my opponent's just going to immediately taunt into what the Zamazenta slot was, preventing Wide Guard, I would assume. And we're going to be able to see what's going to happen here. We knock off, and it's a choice spec set. Okay, so that's not the worst thing in the world. We could still... We still could double up into Terapagos here, I think. I mean, I don't think there's really anything else I want to Terra. Or at least right now, there's nothing I really want to Terra other than maybe the Roaring Moon, so Acrobatics could do a lot of damage. I think we're going to just Meteor Beam into Torn. If it's a Sash, and we bring it down to Sash, and then we threaten with Ice Shard the next turn. And we can just Acrobatics here. The reason I said we could threaten with Ice Shard is because chances are Roaring Moon's going to go down here, so then we'll get a free switch into Chen Pao and then Ice Shard. So yeah, that should be fine. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty decent about this. As long as we could keep the Sash intact with, what's it called, with Chen Pao, then we should be in a pretty good spot here. So yeah, we're going to Acrobatics. That definitely is going to be in range of like Ice Spinner, but probably not in range of something like Ice Shard, but I think I'm okay with this, so should be fine. What does my opponent do here? Well, we are faster with Lunala, so that's pretty nice. I do have quite a bit of speed investment in this Lunala, so it's like it's not really shocking, but some Terapagos I've been noticing lately have been going faster and faster, so yeah. And it looks like it's not a Sash Torn, so Sash is probably on the Calyrex, if I were to guess, and this does have Dark Pulse, so okay. Question is, what do we do? I think we definitely body press the Terapagos. It's just... Well, actually, it also, if they have Rillaboom, then we don't body press. Okay, they do have Calyrex. We definitely throw chop Calyrex here. And I think we body press. I'm pretty sure this is like a Sash Cali Shadow. It might even be like a Will-O-Wisp set and be like one of those more supportive Cali Shadow sets, because that seems to pair pretty well with Terapagos, but even then, if they burn something like Zama, we still have Sword of Ruin, and then Body Press is Stab. So yeah, I think here we just Throat Chop, we Body Press. I know that they don't have Protect on Terapagos, because again, it was a spec set. So yeah, and this is also a much slower Calyrex. Okay, and it also wasn't even Sash. Was it Life Orb? I don't know. This is the first time I've actually seen a Cali Shadow be actually slower than my Chen Pao. I don't think I've seen that before, so that's something new for me. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, so let's see what rank we're going to hit now. Yeah. With that being said, as we're waiting to see the rank, the song of the day. So the song of the day is going to be Mama, I'm Coming Home by Ozzy Osbourne. For those of you that have been watching the news recently, Ozzy Osbourne just passed away, I think within the last week or two. He was one of my favorite artists growing up, and just hearing about his passing, it was quite upsetting. So yeah, I figured I'd honor him a little bit today and just, speak about that song, because that's a pretty good one. But we're sitting at rank 11, so that's pretty cool, at least. But yeah, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoy. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time.